Cassidy, two federal leaders were in the Lower Mainland today. Let's start with Tom Mulcair, who is in Surrey. He was talking about his desire to hire 2,500 more police officers.
It's worth remembering that Stephen Harper, after promising it for a long time, cancelled the police officer recruitment fund, leaving communities short of the policing they need. We will relaunch the police officer recruitment fund and invest $250 million over the next 4 years. Hey, hey. And we will follow that initial investment with $100 million a year in permanent funding.
Cassie, so amid all that orange fanfare, some people might say that Mr. Mulcair bended the truth just a little bit when it comes to Mr. Harper's failure to put new RCMP officers in Surrey. You had a chance to speak to the mayor's office. What did officials there have to say?
Well, yeah, just bending the truth, obviously, to hype up the crowd, right? Saying, Prime Minister has failed you, this is what I'm going to do. The agreement was made, this is what I'm told. 6 officers have arrived, 15 more are on the way, and the agreement was signed around May, and the detail is that they have to deliver within 12 months, right? So 12 months from May, so it's not they have failed quite accurately, it's just they haven't all arrived yet.
Liberal leader Justin Trudeau also took a chance to pile on to Mr. Mulcair's plan.
My reaction is that that's an excellent idea, so excellent, in fact, that it was a Liberal government that introduced the program that Mr. Harper actually cut over the past 10 years. We need to make sure that our communities are safe, and that means more investments in frontline policing, and it also means making sure that we're giving the support to community organizations that are going to lead to less crime.
So Justin was in Vancouver, not to talk about crime, but to talk about his plan on Canadian families achieving a greater work-life balance. Cassidy, what did he have to say?
Well, this is part of his big pitch, right, to the middle class. It was a very upbeat announcement, a lot of kids around, a lot of young-looking families there. A little confusing in what he was trying to say, but essentially offering 2 options for leave, for benefits.
Parents could now choose to take their benefits in portions over a period of 18 months, up from the 12 months currently. For example, a single parent could take 6 months leave, go back to work for another 6, and then return to parental leave and receive benefits for the remaining 6 months. Or parents could choose to take a longer leave, up to 18 months when combined with maternity benefits, at a lower benefit level, so that in a 2-parent family, parental leave could be split between partners in whatever way works best for them.
Cassie, each leader must have said something that would have also interested BC voters in particular. Did Tom say something that stood out for you that could affect BC?
Yeah, well, Mr. Mulcair was asked about the Kinder Morgan project. It was a huge issue in BC. It's developing into a wedge issue between the NDP and the Greens. He was asked specifically where he stood on Kinder Morgan, and the answer was, we cannot approve it because we don't approve of the process. So I'll take that for what it is. I'm reading between the lines, it says that they would put this project before another NDP created process.
Sure. And what about Trudeau?
Mr. Trudeau was asked about the Wendy Yuan story, the failed candidate out in Richmond. That's a complicated story, a lot of layers to it. It seems like it's still bubbling a bit, so I'd stay tuned for that.